offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
And for the Mavs against the rest of the West, you were just talking about, Clark, they went 24-28 against the rest of the conference. And
Dwayne Wade saying the only difference between them is that Wade has rings. That's a pretty big difference. Catching off that pick and roll and finding open net.
Iguodala gets the bucket.
It was a slow start for him. He started to take off in the second quarter. You got the defense right in your shirt.
Fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Well, Iguodala is one of the elite perimeter defenders in the game. What I love about him is he can guard any of the perimeter positions. 2, 3, doesn't matter. He's so mobile and always looking in the passing lanes. His defensive awareness enhances his great physical gifts at that end of the floor.
The Mavericks have shot 67% from the line tonight, going for a 6.
Well, this was a very consistent free throw shooting team a year ago. They shot about 71%. And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers don't come win games. Another foul before the half. Keep our eyes on it. Off an assist. Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here in the last few possessions. This last summer, the Mavs asked fans to submit some redesigns of their uniforms for future use. Always kind of neat to see when a team and organization reaches out for the fans' input. What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
Good on the shot.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
He kicks it to Barnes. He dishes it to Iguodala. And there the Warriors
It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
And Iguodala with the basket, the assist by Curry. 16 points for Andre Iguodala.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter. Boy, it was an impressive turnaround for Mark Jackson and the Warriors last year. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season at the controls, but in year 2, they got it done. And I tell you what, most thought Mark would be a really outstanding coach, and he's well on his way to making that a reality.
Dallas making a switch here. Carter's checked in. Mavericks leading by 10. The feather touch on the the finger roll. Beautiful. Carter's got 7 points in the game.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
And for Mark Jackson, there have been some questions. He had never spent time as a coach, even as an assistant. I guess the question was, Steve, would he be able to take over the reins as a head coach?
Well, the biggest thing you want to do as an NBA coach is have your players buy into what you're selling. And Mark Jackson's been able to do that. His players believe in him. He motivates them. They like playing for him. And that's most of the battle right there.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, so the Dallas Mavericks weren't able to lure Dwight Howard. They did sign a good starting point guard in Jose Calderon. Great floor general, good passer, solid shooter. He's a player they've been intrigued with for years. We'll see if he can help them get back in the playoff picture. Kevin?
Yeah, good situation for him. Thanks, Doris. The dish to right. Back to Carter. Calderon with 3. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Calderon's got 8 points.
Just a horrible job of boxing out. Yeah, it's not hard. I mean, come on. You got to box the guy out.
Gets it out to Iguodala. He's guarded by Calderon. Lee outside. D passes to Barnes. Back to Lee. 6 on the shot clock. And another shot. And he lays it up and in. Lee's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for them. But it has to translate, Clark, if they're going to cut into this league. They've got to convert those boards into points.
Marion with the steal. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Marion's got 14 points.
He is just tearing it up this court. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
1 second separating the shot clock. That's been solid, I think, Steve, to get into the playoffs in the Western Conference.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Kevin. And you think about the Mavs' shortcomings last year. I mean,
Dallas has got 5 points in the quarter.
And the threes continue to go down at that end with almost nothing happening deep at the other. But the way to turn that around is defensively, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
And Curry, here we go. Count that one.
At full speed, when the highest year, they got back to running and gunning from all over the place.
As you said about the Mavs, sixth in the league in fast break to tie it up. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist from David Lee.
Defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
And there's the rejection. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And he goes to David Lee's up. Lee's got 10 rebounds here tonight. Oh, look out.
Will they run out of gas?
Iguodala up top. He's guarded by Ellis. Lee passes to Curry. Another three for Golden State. With some changes. Samuel Gallenberg is checked in for Wright. Nowitzki comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Calderon in for Devin.
They scored on assist today. Beautiful to watch.
I have no idea why Golden State was here.
Andrew Bogut is checked in for O'Neal. Harrison Barnes comes in for David Lee. Ellis kicks to Merrill. Calderon. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Here's Barnes. Barnes grabs the miss.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, you can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Back to that point you were making about rebounding Clark, it seems like they're coming up short just about every time.
Well, you're right, Kevin. You know, as we've seen here, that lack of rebounding has certainly shown up on the scoreboard. And the lead now pretty healthy after that trip to the line.
Well, it's going to be tough for them, but you have to continue to compete. It's not over. Just play, see what happens.
Yep, you can't afford empty possessions.
Blake, he's guarded by Calderon. Blake misses.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make